Welcome back to Sports Corner. I'm here with Kim Byrd, the Vice President for Student Services at Casper College. Now, Miss Byrd, you guys have had a lot going on with the T-Birds recently. Just a month ago, you announced the addition of men's and women's soccer for the fall of 2020. So how do you feel about the addition of those two sports?
I'm so excited about having soccer at Casper College. It's been a long time coming. I think the community is really excited that we are finally doing this, and it's going to be great.
So you mentioned it's been a long time coming, and we were talking about the statistical information, which you think I know more about, but I definitely don't know anything about what goes into the addition of a sport. So with it being a long time coming, what was the process like to get soccer on the books?
Well, the president and I probably started talking about soccer, or the addition of a sport, probably 2-3 years ago, and but probably got really serious about it in the last year, and talked about what would be probably the easiest to add, what would the community best like, where would be competitive, and so soccer is what rose to the top of that. So after he and I had made that decision to start going forward, obviously our athletic director, Angel Sharman, began the hard work of putting everything together, including how much it was going to cost, where we were going to practice, everything that we needed to do, and then in May, I believe it was, is when we went to the Board of Trustees and gave them the proposal, and they voted on it the next month and approved the addition of the two soccer programs.
So why specifically soccer of all the sports, and why specifically fall of 2020 did you feel was appealing for everybody?
Well, soccer, it actually was fairly easy just because almost all of the other Region 9 community colleges have that program, and so we wouldn't have to travel far distances to be able to compete. And honestly, people in the community had been asking for a long time. Soccer is very big in the state now, and they just wanted to see it brought to Casper College, so there was a strong community support also for it.
I know you just added soccer, so I don't want to jump the gun, but any other sports that could be added? I know you went from 4 to 6, but could you have any more coming in the future?
We absolutely could. We haven't talked about what that would be, but that may certainly happen.
Well, if it happens, we'll cover it, just like we covered the men's basketball team this year. And 2 months ago, you added Shaun Gutting from the assistant coach to the head men's basketball coach.
Yes.
What went into that process of picking Coach Gutting?
Well, we had a lot of very qualified applicants, but I think we were looking for somebody that really understood Casper College, our values, our mission, one being that our athletes are students first, and they always represent Casper College and follow the student code of conduct. That was very important to us, and then obviously we want to make sure that we have a good program also. And Shaun just proved himself last year that he knew that vision, he followed that vision, and I can tell you there was a lot of support from the members of the team that were staying, and other members that had been recently recruited voiced their opinion very strongly that they wanted to see Shaun stay. So after his interview, which he did just a fantastic job, it was just clear he was the choice for Casper College.
I remember we were talking, me and Coach Gutting were before his interview, and he was saying how he was so sick and he was stressed out.
He was.
But I'm happy that it worked out for him. And Dan Russell, back in the day when you first got to Casper College, was promoted from assistant coach to head coach. Now Coach Gutting promoted from assistant coach to head coach. And you just touched on the continuity. How important is it to hire someone who knows the program and have them take over the head spot?
Well, I think it makes it easier for them, but probably makes it really easier for us just because we have the trust in that person and the faith that they're going to do a good job.
And we were just talking before we got on camera about the success of the volleyball team, nearly 500 this year, plus almost had that big upset in the Region 9 tournament. The men's basketball team, first Region 9 title in 23 years.
Yeah.
Men's rodeo finished 10th in the nation, women's rodeo 20th in the nation. So how do you feel about the T-Birds this past season?
I couldn't be prouder. There's not even words. It was just an absolutely fantastic year for Casper College athletics, and I'm looking forward to next year.
Well, thank you, Ms. Byrd, for coming in.
You bet.
Really appreciate the time. Kim Byrd, the Vice President for Student Services at Casper College. Another great year upcoming for the T-Birds, plus men's and women's soccer coming in the fall of 2020. We'll be right back with Sports Corner in just a moment.